Memories. Lifelike memories. That sidekick found me after the bloody feast 1,000 years ago and showed me her diary. I saw within that notebook Is this that Deliverer's experience? It's truly immersive.
People beyond the sky apparently utilize this power to seal past scenery into crystals they call light cones. But I only know so much about the remembrance, so I can't completely replicate the past. But I'll do my best to talk about the missing parts.
I'm all ears. Go on then. Do your best. But if your chatter gets too boring, or if I deem it offensive, then law will become forever beyond your reach.
Got it. I'm sure you'll find this to your liking. After all, it's human nature to want to embark on a journey into the unknown.
Who's spreading gossip about me? What brightly colored annals. The journey of the Deliverer's conquest. Let me partake in it. Is this a fortress in the sky?
This is the first step of my friend's journey among the starry seas. This place is called the Herta Space Station. Just think of it as a supersized grove of Epiphany.
Oh, so it's the territory of that witch. She and another Antikytheran lent me a helping hand back at the banquet.
Look, over there. Looks like she's talking to Madame Herta in this memory. Let's go listen to what she thinks about this world, all constructed by eons and paths.
Are you telling me that woman is Herta? She seems shorter than I remember.
Pretty nice space station, huh? But just wait. After a couple more stops on the Astral Express, you'll see sights that'll make this place look ordinary. Oh, the cosmos is so vast that the unknowns far outnumber the knowns. But none of them will end up being anything amazing. The farther you go, the more you'll understand what I mean. So do your best with the nameless. Break a leg! And remember to send an update or two to Asta when you've got some downtime.
She certainly shares my way of thinking. Only that instead of a conquest through blood and fire, they chose a gentler path.
People call Madame Herta and Mr. Screwlum geniuses. Apparently, only the smartest people in the cosmos can receive the blessings of Nous, Amphorius' true creator.
Do you mean that even individuals of such nobility are merely subordinates to a god?
On the contrary, after all, it was the very first of them who created the god. But I don't really know all the details about that. You might be able to ask Madame Herta herself when you get the chance. Let's go check out some other worlds next, shall we? This next stop on the journey has a lot of similarities to Amphorius.
A snow-covered land? Interesting.
This star is named Eurillo 6. That name sounds so cold. Belobog sounds better. The girl we see here holds a similar station to you, Imperator. She's the supreme guardian of this world, a leader who took up the mantle of government during a disaster.
I did not expect the Empress of this world to be so young.
Well, your appearance isn't much older.
The object in the distance resembles Nikador. Is it a weapon?
No, it's called... Right! The Geological Reconstruction Unit.
Just Giorios' Titankin? Disappointing.
It's all thanks to you that we survived the crisis. The collaboration with the IPC is both an opportunity and a challenge. Nonetheless, it's an important step in our journey back into the universe.
This world was sealed beneath its sky just like Amphorius was, and they only managed to reconnect with the stars when the Nameless arrived.
That IPC she spoke of, is it a more powerful organization?
Yes, the IPC conquered many worlds through trade, and opened up a vast territory that way. There are many such powerful alliances beyond Amphorius, and they all walk on roads different from the destruction. Coming back to the Supreme Guardian and her Belobog, didn't they find a peaceful way to enter the interstellar community?
That cannot be true. That IPC would never have grown so big on trade alone. It may pretend to be a wealthy merchant with clean hands, but I am willing to bet that it grew fat on gory oppression and bloodshed. Its path of conquest must have had no mercy for the weak and would have destroyed them if needed. Are you telling me that this snowland never thought about tossing its dignity to the wind and kneeling to the IPC? I will not believe it. I will never allow the Imperator's empire to be sullied by others. Amphorius must become a power so strong that no interstellar foreigner would dare to look down upon us.
Imperator, Belobog isn't as weak as you imagine. Listen.
I indeed hesitated. But now I understand what we must do. Belobog must learn how to walk on her own until she no longer needs the support of others and can stand on her 2 feet among the stars. Even if I may not live to see it, I believe such a day will surely come.
They still have their dignity intact. One day, that hope will melt through the ice and help them into a prosperous tomorrow.
But the order of the cosmos is already set in stone. The old laws decree that only the strong survive, binding the weak in an unbroken chain, until they wither and turn to dust. Unless they embrace the power of the destruction. Amphorius must shatter the old law and become the new order among the stars.
Speaking of the Order, another one of my friend's companions may be able to enlighten you further on that. Let's go to the next page. This next world is a nation of dreams. The first time I heard about that place, I didn't even know what to think.
Such opulence does indeed evoke astonishment.
This world is called Penacony, an eternal city built upon a land of dreams. It's also my friend's previous stop, where they went through a risky but exciting adventure.
Tell me about it then. That man standing afar has wings on his head. I am truly curious.
I wish to gaze upon the views of the Reverie Hotel one more time. I'll be just a traveler when I come back here again. And perhaps, through a traveler's eyes, even the things I once knew so well will feel strangely different.
Penacony is a land of the harmony, where all dreams and hopes merge and combine. It believes in unrestrained freedom, and that's how it lost itself in shallow delights. Then, this young man before you chose to rewrite its laws, using the power of the Order, hoping to shape a dream-bound paradise of perfect happiness.
Yet, the paradise of my dreams remains far away. Perhaps a brief journey with the Nameless can show me more possibilities in my search for paradise. As for what Penacony should look like, it'll be up to her. No, up to their trailblazing now.
Oh, it sounds like this ideal kingdom is no more.
That's right. The people chose to wake up at the end. You can't see tomorrow when drowning in sweet dreams.
This individual's law acknowledged only gods and constructs, leaving no space for humanity. And yet, the fact that he could accept defeat and resume his journey shows a rare self-awareness and clarity of mind.
You are also very self-aware, Imperator. Then you must know that the world promised by the destruction also has no place for humanity.
I am indeed very aware of Lycurgus's honeyed words of deceit. I have seen enough. Take me back.
Then let's wrap up this trip down memory lane with one last scene.
This absolute wonder.
Isn't it pretty? That's our Emporius. Our world flows and meanders in this endless band of light. Though we were born from the designs of the gods and are not yet truly alive, the Chrysos heirs of Emporius still chose to stand against fate and carved a legend no different from that of humankind. Will you really renounce the heroes in this world's previous 30 million cycles, Imperator? Including even yourself. Will you bow to brutal destiny and allow that puppet master named the destruction to have their wish?
I know what you want to do, sidekick. You want to use that deliverer's memories to influence me and tilt the scales of law toward her and the two geniuses.
You really saw right through me, Imperator.
How can one rule an empire if one is incapable of understanding people's minds? I have decided on Law's final destination. However, before I move my next chess piece, before we go on, tell me this, sidekick. Throughout her trailblaze, was there ever a memory of the ocean?
The ocean. My cradle. My home. You shall complete your conquest in the ocean at the boundaries of this world, and eternally slumber in the sound of tides. You shall eternally slumber in the sound of tides, and complete your conquest in the ocean at the boundaries of this world. Our prophecies aligned as flawlessly as a sea snake circling upon itself. An elegant loop, like a joyful hymn, like the circulating ocean current, like our two fates, like Amphorius itself. The trial is over. So tell me, who will own the divine authority of law?
I won't give it to anyone.
What?
I am the law. Why should I give my imperial crown to any other? Both the Deliverer and the Theoros came from beyond the sky. They have no right to interfere with the lands I conquered with my own two hands. The law of Amphorius shall be determined by Amphorius's master.
What exactly did you see in the trial?
Everything. I saw everything regarding the rules of this world's operation. I saw the laws of extrapolation that Theoros spoke of. I saw the ultimate protocol. As long as I offer a sacrifice of equal weight, I can rewrite the laws of this world according to my will. I can turn good into evil, ugliness into beauty, and weakness into strength. Fate gave me a very fair deal. One rule change for the life of one demigod.
What are you planning to do?
You can't guess. We can conquer the stars without relying on any power from beyond the sky. We just need to make some reasonable sacrifices.
Your ambitions have already made so many people give up their lives for the law. And you're still not done?
I am determined for Amphorius to stand on her own 2 feet among the stars.
You are beyond reason. You think such a simple and hypocritical statement can justify your atrocities.
There's no new without destroying the old. That's what you consider an atrocity? Ironic, for that is also the unchanging law of Amphorius's revolutions. Ever since the Flame Chase prophecy resounded in the distance, fate has decreed for the Chrysos heirs to ignite our blood and illuminate this dark age. People would still be puppets of the old dynasty if it weren't for my conquests.
But your world doesn't seem to be any different from your predecessors. Bloodshed, tyranny, oppression. You're making the same mistakes they did.
Go and see everything for yourself. Go to any library I've built. Go listen to the rumors on every street corner. Go and witness how the Imperator crushed the old laws and forged new ones. Go and see what my conquests brought to this world. I cleansed the Chrysos War's filth and mended all the conflicts left by the Era Bellica. I restored Akima's might and allowed mortals and Chrysos heirs to face each other as equals in the Council. I punished all sins and rewarded all achievements. I smashed Talantin's shackles, united humankind to save themselves, and started the Flame Chase era. That's what the Imperator has done in her glorious life. So now, hearken to my final words. History will eventually forget Saridra, but it will never forget the Imperator's people or the Flame Chase era she began.
Final words?
Amphorius is about to be destroyed. There's no time left for pointless debates. There is only one law I want to overturn to aid the final battle of deliverance. So I will only offer the life of one demigod. In the name of the Imperator, I command you one last time, Electra. Either sacrifice yourself for conquest, or pierce this tyrant's chest with your sword.
Thus, the Imperator concluded her final speech. At the end of her life, at the last moment before she stepped onto the altar, she gave her most loyal subject the choice to decide fate, just as she promised her compatriots before her very first campaign.
My blood flows in you now. Heroic compatriots, follow me, and we'll seize fate's reins!
The Imperator fell. Some say that the Dux Gladiorum turned traitor and killed her liege. Some say that she imprisoned the tyrant in a shallow pond of water, then left. Which meant the Imperator had to kill herself to rewrite the law. There are countless stories about her death. All we can be sure of is when the knight left the vortex, the Imperator was still mumbling about their past conquests together. The beginning and the end of her existence.
Imperator, wait! How could someone of your status come to the front lines? Let me be the flag bearer!
The troops defending the pass to the west of the grove. Have they surrendered?
They ran as quickly as they could when they heard your name. The Golden Cocoon Pass is now in the First Legion's hands.
Good. What about the Delosian militia?
The Third Legion set fire to the mountains and flattened everything west of the basin. They just need a few more days.
That is enough. We cannot afford to miss an opportunity for victory. Lastly, how many Ladonian cannons are left?
They are no more. The Second and Fourth Legions have destroyed them all.
Very good. They now have no way out, no reinforcements, and no artillery support. We will be able to liberate the Grove of Epiphany in the blink of an eye. We will launch the final charge 1 quint after the curtain fall hour tomorrow. Remember, as long as the Alliance's flag still flies on my shoulders, you must keep moving forward. Take no prisoners among the enemy's soldiers. All sages who resist are to be captured and tried according to martial law. And do not destroy any books. Now go! Notify the entire army.
Understood. Those who are resolved to die, we salute you.
Reporting in. The mountain dwellers are resisting fiercely, and the legendary Mountain Breaker has personally engaged in battle. Their formations are nigh impenetrable.
Then cease our frontal assault. Send scouts to all legions and tell them to retreat into the Tritos Plains before the parting hour.
What? Are you planning to surrender?
It's a strategic change of plans. The seismic walking dragon is enough for that battlefield.
Walking dragon? You mean that stupid beast, Terravox? What can they even do?
Stupid? No. They are the wisest of all of Giorio's creations. Only they can perceive the currents of time. Let them deal with their earthly brethren. We will advance and take the lead in defeating what remains of our enemy. I will deliver the most fiery retribution for the humiliation they dealt us, and crown myself with a god-slaying wreath.
Understood. I'll see to it. Those who are resolved to die, we salute you.
The Temple of the Three Fates sent a letter, Imperator.
They refused to surrender and said this letter is their last warning to us.
Tell the commanding officers not to launch any attacks unless they receive the Imperator's handwritten approval. Disobedience will be punished by death.
What are you doing?
The priests of the Three Fates aren't soldiers, but politicians. Do not mistakenly believe they don't have a plan. These dying pests will wring out every idea from their brains, all for short-sighted gain. They are much shrewder than we are. I am inferior to them in that regard. They also have the prophecy to wield as a weapon, something I am not blessed with. Launching an unplanned attack will only disadvantage us, as all of Emphorius will judge our actions. Which means, I will be heading to the battlefield myself, just as I have always done. This time, however, I will go alone. I will conduct secret negotiations to ensure fate is on our side.
Understood. The legions will make their preparations. Those who are resolved to die, we salute you.
Why are we not allowed to march out with the army, Imperator?
This will be a long voyage with no return. Those of you who bear the prophecy cannot come with me.
Why are you personally leading this battle if it's doomed to fail? The Flame Chase journey cannot be without a leader.
That is correct. The Empire will be without a head when the Imperator falls. But remember, as long as you seize the right opportunities, even a chaotic game will remain winnable. My departure will create a long staircase for you. You will understand what I mean when news of my death reaches your ears.
Saridra, is our journey about to be over?
Destroy the old laws and forge new ones. My conquest has reached its limits within the borders of Amphorius. Since the prophecy already decreed that the Imperator would never conquer the stars as she wished, I will bow out here and try no more. More Chrysos heirs bearing divine authority will be born, and many more heroes will arise. Will they demand peace or war? Will they resist tyranny or become the next Imperator? I do not care. The children of the future will decide for themselves. Do not mourn for me. Anyone can kill the Imperator, but the only one who can truly destroy her is Saridra.
At the end, I faithfully recorded the most important battles in the Imperator's life. Her conquest was about to be completed at this point in the story. However, for some reason, a memory suddenly entered my mind just as I was about to put down my pen. It was a journey on a fantastical train. I had the honor of having a heart-to-heart conversation with the Imperator under the stars, and I asked her this question at the end of that discussion. How do you want history to remember you? As a hero who gave up her life for the Flame Chase? Or as a tyrant? She answered so quickly, as if she had made up her mind long ago.
I would rather be forgotten than be defined. Because the law can be neither eternal nor unchallenged. And only humanity can pen laws into history's pages. Now, I have shattered the greatest law of Amphorius. The game is nearing its end. Dux Gladiorum. Even though you killed the Imperator in the previous 30 million cycles, this time, you finally found your own law. Then, High Sealants, Electra. I will ask someone to deliver the prophecy's ocean at the boundaries of this world to you. Will you choose to swim into that ocean? I do not care. Do not care.
The Imperator muttered about her conquests, and news of her death spread in the city.
Freedom! Liberty! The tyrant is dead! Go! Shout this news in the streets!
My people, my fellow elders, do not panic. Stand your ground. That usurper has paid for her ambition with her life.
People once cheered for my ascension. And now they cheer for my fall. No matter. I am fond of applause. I see the cosmos, the battlefield that I cannot reach. I will return in the next cycle. The stars will hear my legion's war drums. Hear the great name of the Imperator. Hear Florius's Serid.
To this day, we do not know which rule the Imperator overwrote at the cost of her life. Perhaps the truth will only be revealed at the moment of checkmate, just like every chess game she ever played. We only know her death inflamed Akama. On one side of the city, those who defended liberty toppled her statues to the ground. On the other side, her supporters put themselves between the masses and her monuments, declaring loudly that the Sovereign is still among the people. It is said that golden blood congealed into the same letters everywhere they fought. It was the name borne by Akama's first and final sovereign, the Imperator Saridra. But the one who bore that name did not see any of this. Her gaze was cast far away, and the sound of tides in her ears drowned out the people's cries. What was the Imperator thinking about in that prophesized ocean at the boundaries of this world? In that shallow puddle of stagnant water? Was she reminiscing about her past conquests? Or repenting for the millions killed for the flame chase? It was neither. The Imperator only saw how the surface of the water gleamed like that crude chessboard, dissected by light and shadow in the afternoon when her teacher played against her for the first time.
Look at this chessboard. What do the pieces look like?
They are strangely beautiful. They look like the stars in the night sky ablaze.
From that page emerged an ocean so vast, so pure, not a single trace of corruption. Is this Saridra?
Electra, my subject. Ever since you walked out of the tainted ocean and pledged yourself to me, I have seen the abyss in your eyes and the emptiness in your heart. That was why I promised you a new ocean, where the Imperator's ambitions would serve as the currents, and loyalty would be its light. Electra, my subject. You have done your duty as my blade. The prophecy has now made its final decree on the road I intend to walk. My conquest is doomed to never reach the stars. But the Imperator never makes empty promises. So take this memory, this ocean, beyond the sky, as witnessed by the Deliverer. This is the final gift that the Imperator can leave for her subject.
When I was still a fish in the ocean, I always felt so genuine swimming through the waters. But once I stepped onto land, I found myself caught in a play. Every land dweller wore a mask in their life. So I, too, donned a costume and tried to find my role in this show. I became the blade in war and the violin strings at banquets. Do you still not get it? I do not long for the oceanic depths of my homeland. Nor do I crave the swelling seas beyond the sky. Perhaps even I don't know what I want. I still don't know where I should swim to even at the end. But I know one thing right now. A fish is simply a fish. And she can never leave the ocean she's in. But whether under the ocean or on land, we two prisoners who can never escape this cave can still look outside the cave and see the stars.
I have to admit, the 12-factor simulation of life in this experiment has far exceeded my expectations.
Make your choice then, Senior Society member. Do you want to keep walking down the wrong path and be remembered for your incorrect conclusions? Or do you want to return to the audience's seat and give yourself, Amphorius, and the entire cosmos a more fitting end?
I must refuse. A dead man never fears death.
Did I not make myself clear? Have you forgotten about our dear Lord of Silence? You wouldn't want her to consider your 8 other clones as cancers within the erudition and chop them all up, would you?
Your logical deductions are vastly different from mine. Therefore, allow me to provide one more academic recommendation. Listen, my peers. Why don't you look beyond this world? Just as the Chrysos heirs did. Re-evaluate your calculations and take into account all enemies in the upcoming war among the eons. Amphorius is not a place where 3 paths entangle, but where 3 paths fight to the death. You used Memoria to resist me, but did you not consider the possibility that the Remembrance and their children might have taken this opportunity to join the fray as well?
Oh, so this isn't just silence. It's the answer. What was the last thing she said to you before you parted the waters at the Scale Gorge waterscape? A tricky question, but one with a simple answer. She didn't say anything back then, right?
That's correct. And now I'm sure. You are not March 7th. There's no way she would remember that detail. I'll only warn you once. Leave her body. Now.
How impulsive. That's not like you at all. Why don't you calm down and think about another possibility? I didn't take over March 7th's body. Rather, it's March 7th who regained my memories. Reshape fate and weave. Reshape fate and weave. A new beginning.
Do you want to enter the forgotten?
That's a tough nut to crack.
Deja vu.
Cut away the heart of strife. I choose you.
Fight as one! Me.
We can do anything! Thus our fates become one.
So fragile, like a wisp of silk.
I'm still here.
Commencing pacification.
My friends? Indulge yourselves!
All lies shall be revealed.
You can do it! We can do anything!
Treasonous.
Can we talk?
Time to mix things up!
Time for resolution.
I'm still here.
Lower your weapon.
Can we talk?
We can do anything!
No great concern.
Friends? Indulge yourselves!
Criminal.
You can do it!
How's this taste?
Thus our fates become one.
All lies shall be revealed.
I'm still here.
Of no great concern. So fragile, like a wisp of silk.
Danger ahead.
I'm
Ready
with you.
yourself. Sound lingers.
A will of metal and...
Firefly Type 4. Activate.
Eternal.
Earth shatters, heaven trembles, mountains roar, dragons rise!
Detonate.
Until everything burns to ashes!
Soaring above the lands, this is permanence!
Fight to live! Set the seas ablaze!
All will be swept away by the wind.
A will forged in ice, never falters!
Fight to live!
Detonate.
Until everything burns to ashes!